Masechet Sanhedrin Daf Kuf Amud Aleph, 5 lines from the bottom. Darash Rabbi said the min Kisari Mai Dechtiv was Pasuin Kal Hu Al Bnei Amayim Tikbel Hakatan Ba'aris. Melmed teaches us Shaya Noach Hasadik Mochiach Bam. Noach used to rebuke the people of his generation. The man means time. Asut Shuvah Shuvah Milav you don't. Hakadosh Baruch Hu Mevi Alechem Mabul. Hashem will bring him Mabul. Umafkeni Bathem Amayim Bezikin. He'll float your carcasses. Your bodies will float on the water like leather bags. Shneimar Kal Hu Bnei Amayim. Not only that, not only that, but you also be the poster boy for curses for all future generations. Shemar, he says that you should not clear paths of the vineyards. This means that he warned them about the flood while they're preparing their vineyards. He said, he told Noah, well, what's stopping God from doing it now? He said, he said that God said there's one person that he has to save first, which is Metushelach, has to pass away first before the Mabul comes. He says, okay, if that's the case, we won't clear paths for our vineyards. Right? We're not going to change our ways. That mentioned Noah Hasadik Mochiach means Noah used to rebuke them, Devarim Shehem Kashim Kilapidim. He was telling them things that are very harsh as flames. They would disgrace him. Amru, they tell them, Zaken, you old guy, Teva Lazulam, what do you need the Teva for? Because Baruch Hu Mavim Amalecham, he's like, bring Hashem, God's bringing Mabul. Amru, Mabul Shema, Mabul of what? In Mabul, as if it's fire. Yeshan Devar Echad Va'alit Eshma, we have this item called Avita that can protect us from fire. Is from water. Imin haaretz from if it's coming from underground. We can put these iron boards on the floor that can block the water from coming up. Is coming from the sky. We have something akuv. Sorry, akuv that can protect us. Akush shemo. People say it's akush type of sponges. God will bring the water from between your feet. Tanya said, right, which basically also says that because of the immorality. Tanya, that waters of the mabul were hot, boiling hot like semen. Since they were sinning with boiling hot, yani semen intercourse, through avera, and therefore they also be punished through hot water. After 7 days, the water started on the earth. Was it the 7 days beforehand? The 7 days of mourning that Metushelach passed away, and Hashem waited for all 7 days to pass. It means that eulogies for righteous people hold back a punishment from coming. After 7 days, for those 7 days, God changed the course of nature during those days. During the flood, it would rise in the west and set in the east, which is vice versa. Different explanation. God gave them a long time to Shuvah. Then he gave them a short period of time. Last chance, 7 days. Before the flood, God gave them a blessing, a taste of the reward of the next world. So that they know that what they will lose if they don't do teshuvah. Every clean animal you should take 7 man and wife animals of each type. So animals get married. They're having man and wife. The Gemara says it's referring to animals that there was no avirot. They weren't immoral. But yes, there's no such thing as marriage for animals. I know which one's good, which one's not. When brought them to the Teva, whenever the ark let them in, there was no sin. If the ark did not let them go in, therefore they knew there was a sin. Different explanation, easier one. Those animals that came by themselves to the Teva, they're the ones that were eligible. My gopher is gopher. This is the type of wood known as mavliga. Maybe it's gulamish. So hard. Ta'asid nativa. Amar Yochanan. Amar lo k'berachul Noach. Hashem said Noach. Keva b'ha avarim tovot margidot. Put beautiful stones and pearls. Kidei shiyu meirot lachem kusaraim. It'll light up the Aron, the Tiva, like daytime. Ve'el amma techalin namimala. Also add an amma on top. The hachi kayama that will allow it to last longer. Tachtiyim shiniyim ushashim ta'aseha, 3 levels. Tana tachtiyim lezevel, the bottom one is for garbage. Emsaim lebehema, middle for animals. Elyonim ledam, and the top for people. Vayishalach et ha'orev. First, Noach sent the raven to check until it came back. The raven argued correctly with Noach. The raven told Noach, Rabbi Chasson, any God hates me, but and you also hate me, Noach. Rabbi Chasson, at the end, I know God hates me. He told you to take 7 clean animals, yani kosher animals, and he told you to take 2 of each of us non-kosher animals. And I know you also hate me. You're using me as the mission that I could die from, and you are using me for the mission that it's only 2 of us. In if heat or cold strikes me, if it dies from heat or cold, missing me completely. I'll be extinct. Maybe you're sending me away because you want to be with my wife. Marlo Noach said to the raven, Rasha, you Rasha, but mutarli nesarli. I can't even be with my own wife, who's usually a mutar to me. Then nesarli koshakin, so your raven wife, you think I'll be with yours? She's always a sort to me? Minan da honestly, I don't know that they're not allowed to be together with their wives in the Teva. Yosef, Ubatal Teva Teva Banecha V'ishtecha Unshe Banecha Ita. You should go into the Teva and mentions the boys and the ladies. Uktiv Semen Teva Atav Ishtecha Banecha Unshe Banecha Ita. Then they mention couples afterward. You and your wife, your sons and their wives. Why? Initially, when they kept them separate while going in, showed you that they were not allowed to be together. When they left, they were allowed to be together. There were 3 that actually had relations in the Teva, but they all got punished. Kelev, the dog, the raven, and Noach's sons, Cham. Kelev, the dog, Niksha, is now punished that has to get tied up. Orev, Rak, the raven spits in order to cohabit. Ham lekabaro, and Ham was affected in its skin that he became black. He sent doves to check if the water stopped. We see from the fact that it said that he sent it from him, means he was spending time with it, versus the raven, it said he just sent it. But the fact that it's from Noach by the dove shows that it's proper to be around clean birds, not kosher birds, not versus non-kosher birds. He had an olive leaf in his mouth. The dove said to Hashem, I'd rather have my food be bitter like an olive branch, but be from you. I'd rather than a sweet food and relying on a human. My mashma the high taraf dishna zuni having the taraf means food. Okay. Lemishpachotehem yasu'u min ateva. When they left by the families, they came out of teva. Lemishpachotam below him, they left by their families and not themselves. Which is that Rashi says that it means that while they were in the teva, each family type of animal lived and was fed separately. They never ate from the same spot. And we're about to continue in that vein now. Eliezer, the Eved of Abraham, was talking to Shem ben Noah. This is what it says. He said, how were you guys able to feed all the animals, taking care of each species? Then he said, it was very hard. Certain animals that we needed to be taken care of fed during the day, we had to take a day. The nighttime animals, nighttime. Hi, Zakita, regarding a certain bird, Zakita, our father did not know how to feed it, what it was eating. One time he was cutting the pomegranate, and a worm fell out of the pomegranate, and the Zakita ate it. And therefore, after that, he would need bran and water. So it become wormy, the Zakita would eat it. The lion, one time, actually, I made it have a fever initially so that it won't touch the other animals, and then it also bit Noach once as well. A fever can last 6 days, but not more than 12. As for the avarshina, which is the type of bird, it lives very long. He said, my father Noah, one time he saw it lying down in its spot. Amalei, and his father said, look, you don't want to eat? Why are you just staying here? Amalei answered him back, Hazid Dahav Tidra, I saw you're very busy. I mean, I said to myself, no, I don't want to bother you. Amalei Noach was so touched that he was so sweet to him, this bird. He told the bird back, Yeheda Abad Latmut, may God bless you without that you won't die. And sure enough, they lived very long. She'emar Ba'amar Im Kiniya Ekvav Kahol Arbe Yamin. Right, so the Abashin is also known as the hole, and it's the blessing is you should live like a hole. Marab Hana Bar Levi the Marashim Rabal Eliezer one time Shetel Eliezer. Ki Atu Aleichom Malchim Mizrach Marav. When the kings of the east and west, the four kings, attacked you in battle, how'd you defeat them? Amar Le, the famous story, Hashem, I just told this to my students. Hashem brought to Avram, and sat him on the right side, meaning Michael came to help. After we throw dust at the enemies, and turn to swords. We throw straw, and turn into arrows. שנאמר לדוד מזמור לאומה שם אדוני שב למדין על השיט אויביך אדום לרגליך. Continuing. כתיב מי העיר ממזרח צדק יקראו לרגלו ייתן לפניו גויים מלאכים ירד ייתן כעפר חרבו כקש נדף קשתו. Similar story. נחו איש גמזו, famous man, נחו איש גמזו, he always had גמזו טובה. היבר רגיל, he was used to, he had a habit to hold the habit whatever would happen to him. Amar, he would say, Gamzu Tuva, this too is for the best. Imachar one time, the Jews wanted to send a gift to Caesar. Amr, they said, Bahad the man who we sent it with. Because he's used to having miracles with him. There's a lot of stories of miracles. When they came to a certain hotel, by the Maybach, he wanted to stay there. Amr says to him, what's with you in that box that you have? Amr, he said, come I'm bringing a present to Caesar. They went to their night, they untied his chest. They took all the jewelry and stuff inside. They told the dirt. When you were at Caesar, they found it was dirt inside. Amar, the Caesar said, the Jews making fun of me, they're sending this gift of dirt. They're not trying to kill him, they took him out to kill him. Amar Gams Lutava, he said this too will be for good. Ataliyah, when it became Beit Melech, he appeared to them as if he was one of the officials. Amar Lo, he said to the Romans, Dima Hay Afram Afra Avram Avinu, who maybe this dirt, the same dirt as Avram Avinu for war. The Havashad Afra Harbe, Gila Havagila, dirt that turned into swords and straw that turned into arrows. Baduk, they tried it. But Ashkichu, and it's not true. Have a mechuz in a certain city. They couldn't conquer it. It was too hard during the war to win it. Shadu Mahadu Afra, they threw some of this dirt at it. The Kafshua, they conquered it. After they won, they brought Nahamish Gamzu into the Caesar's treasure. Amr, they said, Shekol, take whatever you want. He filled his chest with gold and he left. On his way home, he passed by the same hotel. Amr they said, no, those residents at the hotel said, okay, my what happened over there by the emperor? He told them, I took it there, and this is what happened. So they said, oh, great, we have a whole backyard full of this dirt. They took all dirt from the hotel. They brought it there, and it did not work, and they ended up killing them for doing this, trying to do this fraud. Dorab, the guy in the generation of the tower, will have no share in the next world. What did they do wrong? First opinion says they wanted to build a tower to attack God with an axes, attack the sky with axes, as if to make a hole so that it will always rain. They left. That's the case. They should have built it in the mountains, not in the valley, be closer to the sky. There was three different groups as to why they're building a tower. One said, let's live on a high tower to do Avazara closer to God. One group said, let's go attack God. So one group wanted to live there. One said, let's do war. One that said, let's just live up there. Hashem just spread them around. One said, do war. Shindals and Lils. They became apes and three different types of demons. And that's the group that said that do of the Zara. They were the ones that their language got changed. Tanya, all of them want to do of the Zara. Just like over there, it's referring to the Zara, so over here. Rabbi Yochanan Mavil Shlish Nisraf. The third of the tower top was burnt. Shlish Nivla, a third was swallowed into the ground, and Shlish Kiyam in the middle third still stands. Marav Avil Migdal Mishveach. Mishakeach. That spot, that airspace of where the tower was, can cause people to forget even to this day, because that's what it did back then. Mar Yosef, Bavel ubursif siman la Torah. Bavel and Bursif are bad for people to learn Torah there because they'll forget. My Bursif, what's Bursif? Mar Yosef, Bor Shafi, a pit emptied of what it has, in the same way a person will also forget what he meant. Anshe Sedom in la Mahalak Maba. Tamaram. Anshe Sedom in la Mahalak Mbash Namar Vanch Sedom Rai Mahadim Hashem Od. Ra'im Ba'alum Azeh, Mahtim Mabba. Marvida, Ra'im Begufan Mahatim Munam. They were bad with their bodies, they were doing a lot of avirot, and they were sinful with their monies. Ra'im Yudachman Tiba Ech Esahara Agdu Hazot Vahata Itlash Lukim. Vahata Im Munam Diktiva Ya Becha Het. Lashem, when he says they're sinning to God, Zubakat Hashem, they were cursing God. Me'od, a lot. Shemin Kabnim Vahotim, they were doing on purpose just to anger God. They were evil with their money and sinful with their bodies. Lashem Zubakat Hashem is referring to cursing God. This refers to killing. Not on the other opinion that says it means that they did on purpose. So this opinion tells us that me'od means killing. Other opinion holds that me'od means that they planned on just doing averot, just to anger God. The people of Sodom only became arrogant because of all the blessings they got. I believe we just had this. What does it say about them? A land which bread came forth like fire. Full of gold. And jewels. No robbers or spies came. The animals were no animals tried to attack people there. Amru, people still said, if we are so self-sufficient, we don't need people, we don't need visitors. They obviously visitors only come and take some of our money away. Let's do things that will cause people never to come back again. Let's mistreat people who visit so that nobody else comes. راجل دلو مينوش راو درشوا ما قلت بس مين أنا تحت تهوته هو على إيش تراسه هو كل خم كير ناتوي قدر هذا يخويا لما يجي يو إنه تنين هم ببعمون. The people from Sodom would see when they see wealthy people ومشربين أوتان إتل كير ناتوي, they would put that person next to a wall that was loose في توخين ناتوي الله when they push the wall on top of him. ما بين الاثنين المنون they would take the money. ترى شباب ما قلت حتى بخش شيخ باتيمي ما حيتمود لما الله يدي الأور. The people of Sodom would look at people who were wealthy. They would put a special smelling item into his property where he was keeping all his money and stuff. And then the guy would just put it inside a special place to hide it. That night, they would sniff out the place like a dog just to find out where the stuff is. They would smell the perfume they hid. They would dig over there, but they steal it. عرام يلينو من بلين لفوش بين كيسوت بكرة حموري تميم من هنگو حبلو شورت علمنا ويجوز سيجو إدر غزلو بيراو وهو لكبرت يبابا عقدش يشكود. Right? These are terrible things they did. They would they take the people's poor, even the poor people's stuff. They take the clothing away. They had nothing, not even clothing. They would steal a donkey of an orphan and show off that they stole it. They take a widow's ox as a collateral. They would take stolen flocks and feed them food from the field that they moved the marker to steal part of the land from. And when a poor person was done, they would just take him and throw him into a grave before he even died. They were ruthless. That night, when he told them this concept of the smelling and everything, it gave people ideas there. They dug 300 tunnels to steal from people in Sipori. After they came to him, the people who got stolen from him said, they're bothering him. What do you want from my fault? What do you want from me? He says, sorry, they told him, look, you told the trick to thieves how to steal. Marlu, he said, why would I think that there are thieves inside my shi'ur? They will learn how to do it. When Rebbe passed away, the gutters of Tzipori with blood, which is another way of saying that they mourned him greatly, they missed him a lot because of his sitkut. Amen.